It was fun. I had a good time being Terminator again and doing the role kind of a little bit differently than the other ones, but to play kind of like multiple characters, to play one Terminator that is still the destructive machine and that is really out to destroy the human race and to protect the machines. And then there's the other one, which is also a T-800 model that is there to protect Sarah Connor and to protect the human race. So that is, of course, the big conflict there between the two. And that creates then this big epic battle. The writers have explained it best by just saying that they're not trying to eliminate of what has been done in the past. It's just basically keeping everything intact, but then adding on and showing another scenario. Here's what happens in 1984. Terminator comes back to find Sarah Connor, but as he collects his clothes from those punks, there's a voice behind him that says, "You won't need the clothes." And from that point on, hell breaks loose because the other Terminator all of a sudden is there, and then they have this huge battle. So it then goes into a different direction where the time travel is different, the various different timelines are different. So it's really very smartly crafted, and people are really surprised. And even James Cameron said that if he would have done another Terminator, that's the direction he would have gone. It's a really interesting thing that what they did with Terminator, with the Genisys, because they have used all of the real action as much as you can. So that was all the stunts were done. We were flying through the air, and we were suspended on harnesses. We were taken, off the ramps, and they exploding out into the air and flying through the air and landing and jumping off the helicopter. And all of this stuff was real stuff. And then also with stunt people, that when it got really dangerous, stunt people jumped in and did some of the work. But then because of the technology that is available, they then added the technology, the CGI, and then made the storytelling much more complete. So it's a combination of the ultimate of technology and also using the old-fashioned way. Like remember for instance, the bus flipping through the air. Well, I've never ever seen a huge bus flip that high through the air, but it was done with ramps, with explosives, with cables, and with all kinds of means to get that bus flying through the air and twisting in air and then crashing down and sliding. And it was basically not done on a Golden Gate Bridge, the way it is in the film, but it was done on a regular street that was created specifically in Louisiana, in New Orleans. Right near the studio where we filmed, and they prepped this whole thing, and they created exactly the same amount of lanes, and they created the cars that usually at any given time during the day are on that Golden Gate Bridge, and then they created this mayhem and with the bus flying and going through this, the chase scene and all this stuff, and what effect then the Terminator, the T-1500 has on this bus. Well, it was interesting for me to fight myself because they were very smartly hiring a bodybuilder that was kind of a Mr. Universe physique he had, and also stuntman. So he was really good with the fight scenes, and he was, had the body that 20, 30 years ago you wouldn't have found. But now there's a lot of stunt guys and a lot of people that have bodies like that because they've trained really hard, and technology is available with the machines and the training and all this. And this guy was a competitive bodybuilder, and so he was doing this fight scene with me, and the idea was that was me from 1984. And so to me the whole time was always the question of how are they going to do the face replacement, how did they do the head replacement, how did they do the changing of the body, because he has the Mr. Universe physique, but it wasn't exactly the same body I have because everybody is different. So so they did with technology again a really great job in making it all possible. Besides the great fight scenes and the battles, the futuristic war and the chase scenes and all that stuff, to me the story itself and the emotional roller coaster ride I think is going to be the most powerful thing in a movie.